Why is this picture not in a frame? Hello, YouTube, and welcome to another edition of Rob's Arcade. As usual, I'm your host, Rob, and I'm just having a good time here checking out some of my old baby pictures in this here photo album. Now, at the risk of sounding arrogant, I got to admit, I was a super cute kid, especially as a baby. I was an adorable little baby. But you know another place where we could find adorable little babies? In the topic of this episode.
Rugrats is an animated series that ran on Nickelodeon from 1991 to 2004. The show focuses on a group of toddlers who use their imaginations to transform routine tasks into incredible adventures. Tommy is a very inquisitive one-year-old baby and the leader of the show's other infant characters. Chucky is Tommy's best friend who does not share a sense of adventure. In fact, he's very clumsy and timid. Phil and Lil are fraternal twins who live next door to Tommy. In addition to their appearance, the two share quite a few other similarities, such as the love of dirt and the love of eating bugs. Angelica is Tommy's cousin who serves as the main antagonist of the series. This spoiled 3-year-old frequently bullies or manipulates the younger kids for her own personal gain. The show ran for 172 episodes and was so popular that it spawned video games, merchandise, and a series of theatrical films. In 2021, a reboot of the series will be broadcast on the Paramount Network. Instead of going the traditional animation route, this version will be computer animated and will feature many of the voice actors from the original cast reprising their roles. The show looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, and speaking of fun, why don't we take a look at what we're going to be drawing this episode?
Hadouken!
That's right, Player 2s. On this episode, we're going to be drawing Tommy Pickles from Rugrats. And you know what? It's going to be a piece of cake, because we're going to draw Tommy using only easy-to-draw simple shapes. After that, we're going to head on down to the Classic Game Showcase and spend a little bit of time playing one of the many Rugrats video games. But first, I want to show you all a little something. Just like the Rugrats, I too used to use my imagination to go on adventures when I was a kid. Here's a few pictures of those adventures.
Now, it's no secret that I love superheroes, so this first picture is one of me trying on an experimental kids version of the Iron Man armor. The next pic is a rare picture of me in action as a costume hero. I was flying so fast that the picture's a little blurry, but if you look hard enough, you can tell it's me. Okay, here's one of me riding my bike with my friend E.T., and another one of me hosting the Muppet Show. Judging by Kermit's reaction, I think Fozzie just told one of his awful jokes. This page has a couple of my favorite pics. Here's me as RoboCop, or as my mom liked to call me, Robbie Cop. Do you have any idea how hard it was to hide my little kid afro under that helmet? Yeah, that took a lot of work. The other picture is a rare picture of me and my friend Sloth and Chunk from the Goonies. Last two. This one is of me piloting my X-Wing fighter. I had a booster seat so I could reach the instruments on the control panel. The last picture is a really old one of me taking a nap on the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones. Anyway, I think that's enough pictures for now. Let's check our supplies and get ready to start drawing.
Okay, Player 2s, it's time to start drawing Tommy from Rugrats. We're going to use the same process we always use. When I draw in red, I want you to press very lightly with your pencils. This is the guideline step. Eventually we're going to go in and we're going to erase all these pencil lines. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to draw an oval. Now, since Tommy's head is turned in a 3/4 view, we're going to draw a guideline curved right through about there. Pretty simple so far, right? The next step we're going to do after that
We're going to draw a couple more guidelines, again, very lightly, starting right about there, all the way to the top here. This is going to help us place where we put the eyes and the nose. The next step, starting right about here, we're going to draw kind of like a backwards letter L, and we're going to bring it all the way around here and have it curved up there. Then, starting right about here, we're going to draw a little curve that goes just short of the guideline that we did there. And then halfway through there, we're going to do another curve that goes right to about there. Excuse me, player twos, my allergies are driving me crazy right now. So if you take a look at this, you can already tell that we have the shape of the head, the lip, the mouth, and the jaw. We're going to do a couple more things in step 1, and then we're going to move on to step 2, where the majority of the drawing will actually be drawn. So we're going to add a little curve right here to signify where the eyes are. Where this intersection is right here, we're going to draw another curve for his nose, and just a little line going straight up there. Then we're going to draw a big circle here, or I'm sorry, an oval here, and a big oval right here for his eyes. Okay, we're going to move on to step 2. This is where we take our pencils and we press a little bit harder, but not too hard, for 2 reasons. 1, if you press too hard with your pencil, you're going to smear it if you put your hand over your picture. And 2, we're going to go back in and we're going to erase all the pencil lines at a later step. So if you press too hard, it's going to leave smudges, you might rip your paper. So just a little bit harder than you did, just so you can tell the difference between the lines in step 1 and the lines in step 2. So the first thing that we're going to do here is I'm going to go over the nose just to make it stand out a little bit more. And then we're going to go over the eyes. Now the eyes are going to be ovals. So my ovals just need a little bit of cleanup here. And right here. Draw a little dot right there. A little dot right there for his eyeballs. I'm going to go over the guidelines that we already did right here for the mouth. We'll follow this curve, go around here, and then draw a little half curve right there just to add for a smile. And then I'm going to go over the mouth and the jaw. Over that little letter C that we did for his ears. And then inside the C is a backwards letter S, just for a little bit of detail. I'm going to add the eyebrows right here. Connect that to there. And then I'm going to go over the little half circle that we did here that is in between the guidelines that we did right there. Let's see, as you can tell, we're almost done right here. Now we just have to add one more thing. Actually, a couple more things. We're going to start at about right there and add a bigger curve. Okay, let me clean this up a little bit. So we're going to pretend that line isn't even there. I'm going to erase this again. We're going to go to about here, and then we're going to draw a bigger curve for the top of Tommy's head. Tommy has 7 strands of hair at the top of his head, so we're going to do it like this. We're going to draw one hair in the middle, a little curve here, a little curve there, 3. Then a little curve here, a little curve there, 3 more, leaving 7. 2 little lines for his neck. And step 2 is almost complete. I almost forgot something. He has 4 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, right there for his hair. So now step 2 is complete. This is pretty much close to our final drawing. All we have to do is take our black felt tip pen. Excuse me, my allergies are brutal today. take the bright black felt tip pen or black magic marker and ink over all of our lines that we did in blue. Just the step 2 stuff. All these other guidelines, we're going to erase those at a later step. So now we're just going to go over our lines here and just clean it up a little bit. So go over the nose, over the eyes, over the other eye, eyebrows, mouth, bottom lip, jaw, neck, head, top of the head, ear, little backwards S inside the ear for the ear detail. 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hairs. And there you have it. We have just drawn Tommy Pickles from Rugrats. Now give your picture a few minutes to have the ink dry. When the ink is dry, take your eraser and erase all of the pencil lines. Go over the whole thing. When you're done with that, you'll have your finished image. I can't wait to see what my player 2s have done with this episode. So feel free to send your finished pictures to me at patreon.com/robsarcade or facebook.com/robsarcade. Keep drawing player 2s, and I'll see you next time. There are a ton of Rugrats video games out there, but on this episode, we're going to spend a little bit of time with Rugrats I Gotta Go Party for the Game Boy Advance. This multiplayer party game was developed by Eurocom Entertainment Software and published by THQ in 2002. The game's storyline centers on Tommy Pickles playing a game of hide-and-seek with a few familiar faces from the classic TV show. When Tommy finds a character, he unlocks a mini-game. These mini-games have quite a bit of variety, and some examples include picking which image is not like the others, running around fire hydrants with Spike, or picking the correct pot that Angelica is hiding her doll Cynthia in. The player receives a cookie after getting a satisfactory score, while the game takes one cookie away if the player doesn't meet the score requirements. The player gets a ranking based on their performance, and their goal is to reach the ultimate title of Top Toddler. Now, since I don't want to spoil too many of the kids' hiding places, I'm going to keep this video kinda short. With over 30 mini-games to keep real-world Rugrats playing for hours, and animation that looks like it came straight from the popular Nickelodeon series, this game is a must-play for fans of the franchise. Unfortunately, this game has not been ported over to any modern systems, but if you have an old Game Boy Advance or Nintendo DS, I highly recommend picking this game up. Till next time.
And that's a wrap on another edition of Rob's Arcade. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video to help this channel grow. Also be sure to follow Rob's Arcade at the social media links listed in the description below. Now, as far as the next episode goes, I am super excited about this one because we're going to roll out one of my favorite all-time franchises.
Autobots, transform!
It's going to be a lot of fun and I can't wait. Until then, keep drawing, and I'll see you all next time at Rob's Arcade.